Every World Cup let the same strange patterns show up again. A powerhouse collapses, an underdog catches fire, a superstar becomes the villain, a single refereeing call takes over the internet, and in 2026, the biggest World Cup ever is coming. So which of these patterns are about to return? Honestly, some of them are almost predictable. 1. A giant will go out early. Before every tournament, people say the same thing. The top teams are too strong to fail early. And yet, one of them always does. That is why this feels less like a guess and more like a rule. The World Cup is not a long season where teams can recover from mistakes. It is short, intense, and unforgiving. One bad group stage, one wrong tactical setup, one shaky defense, or even tension inside the squad. That is all it takes. History keeps repeating this. Italy won in 2006, then crashed out in 2010. Spain lifted the trophy in 2010, then fell early in 2014. Germany followed the same pattern after 2014, exiting in 2018. France avoided that fate in 2022, but that does not mean the danger is gone. Now, all eyes will be on Argentina. Being champions brings pressure. Every opponent raises their level. Every slow start becomes a big story. Even a single dropped point feels like trouble. And honestly, it does not even have to be Argentina. The point is simple. Reputation means nothing here. In 2026, one giant will arrive expecting glory and leave far earlier than expected. 2. An underdog will take over the story. Every World Cup gives us one team that becomes bigger than football. They turn into a global story. In 2022, that team was Morocco. They made history, reaching the semifinals, and fans celebrated them all over the world. But this is not new. Croatia reached the final in 2018. South Korea shocked everyone in 2002. Costa Rica stunned giants in 2014. The teams change, but the story stays the same. And in 2026, the chances are even higher. More teams means more room for surprises. All it takes is the right draw. One huge upset and a team with belief. Suddenly, neutrals start supporting them. Their shirts appear everywhere. Their journey becomes the story of the tournament. They do not even need to win it all. They just need to make the World Cup feel different. 3. A superstar will become the villain. World Cups create heroes, but they also create villains. Every tournament has a moment where one player becomes the center of blame. Sometimes it is deserved, sometimes it is not, but it always happens. One moment, one decision, one action, that is enough to flip everything. A handball, a dive, a missed penalty, or even something said after the game. The player does not have to be a bad person. They just become the face of frustration. And in 2026, this will spread faster than ever. Social media moves instantly. One clip, and it is everywhere. Memes, reactions, debates, all at once. The pressure on big names will be massive. 4. One fan base will dominate the tournament. Every World Cup has its own energy, and usually, one fan base defines it. In past tournaments, we have seen entire events shaped by supporters. In 2022, Argentina's fans brought unmatched passion. Stadiums, streets, everywhere. In 2026, this could be even bigger. 3 countries, more cities, more travel, more communities. Some teams might feel like they are playing at home, even when they are not. It could be a Latin American side, a North African team, a Balkan nation, or even a host country. But one thing is certain, one fan base will rise above the rest. First, you hear them, then you see them everywhere, and suddenly, it feels like the whole tournament belongs to them. 5. VAR will spark major controversy. At this point, this is almost guaranteed. VAR did not remove controversy, it just changed it. Before, fans argued about missed calls. Now, they argue about angles, delays, and decisions, and these moments do not stay in the match. They become global talking points. World Cup history is full of decisions. People still argue about years later, and with over 100 matches, the chances of a huge controversy are massive. All it takes, one offside call, one penalty decision, or one disallowed goal, and suddenly, the entire internet is on fire for days. 6. Travel will impact performance. Usually, travel is ignored, but in 2026, it could decide games. The tournament is spread across multiple cities and countries. That means long flights, time zone changes, and tough schedules. On top of that, weather conditions could be difficult, especially heat. All of this affects recovery, and poor recovery affects performance, especially in the final minutes of games. Tired players make mistakes, they lose focus, they struggle physically, and every World Cup, at least one team ignores this. By the time they realize it, it is already too late. 7. A new global star will emerge. This is one of the most reliable patterns. Every World Cup but creates a new superstar. Usually, it is not someone unknown, it is a talented player, ready for the spotlight. A few big moments, a standout performance, and suddenly, the whole world knows their name. We have seen this happen again and again. One strong tournament can change everything. Not every great player becomes a World Cup icon, but every World Cup creates one, and 2026 will be no different. So these are not random predictions. These are patterns that always come back. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which one you think happens first. Then check out the next video on your screen. See you there.